Hey, what's up everybody? This is Nightwing2303 and this is day 16 of 23 Days of Jays. This is one of two pairs of Air Jordan 16s that I actually own. This is not my favorite colorway either. I actually do own my favorite colorway, but we'll get into that in a bit. The Air Jordan 16, this came out originally when I was in high school. I want to say I was a junior or senior. I can't honestly remember, but I remember when they first came out, I thought that it was a very clean looking shoe, especially compared to the Air Jordan 15, which is a very weird looking shoe, and from what I could tell by all the comments, not a lot of people like it at all. So, but this is definitely a cleaner look. This particular colorway, and then there was a white and navy colorway. They were the two original colors, and they featured the patent leather toe. The patent leather toe is something that I actually do not like. I think it looks weird. It's very boxy. I don't like the way that it looks with the shape of the toe box. So this is the first Air Jordan that featured something to differentiate itself from on-court usage and off-court usage. So this was inspired by not only a bunch of different previous Air Jordans, like the classic ones, but it was also inspired by I don't remember what they're called, but it's one of those shoes that you wear with like the marching band and they have those covers on it. That's what this shroud or the gaiter is for, or at least that's what it's supposed to represent. So it's supposed to represent some sort of elegance and style off court, but I feel like when you wear it like this, your feet look like marshmallows because it's just really, really big and bulky. Also, in addition to the toe box area, like I was saying earlier, this is the first Air Jordan to feature a squared toe, and that was for performance purposes. The entire outsole is shaped very straight, and you can see by the traction pods here, like this is where your toe would be, and then the remainder of your toes, and this is supposed to be more of an inline fit, versus, I don't know if I have anything around to be able to show. I'm trying to think. Here, I'll grab these real quick because they're lying here. Actually, that's not a good example. So, okay, so these guys here, you can see that the shape overall curves this way, and then the shape on these guys here is just a straight up and down. So it's a very different look, and it feels a little bit different on court. And also, it's when you stop and everything, it's just got a little bit extra space in here so that you don't jam or ram your toes, mostly the side toes here. So that's what all that stuff is for. I do think that these are actually a really comfortable shoe. Like I said, I just don't like this thing on there. It makes your feet look like marshmallows when you wear them casually, and I'm not a big fan of fat looking feet. Kind of look like anime style, and like if you guys like seen like graffiti artists, they draw like really wide flat feet and stuff like that. So that's kind of what this reminds me of. But yeah, I just don't like the way that the toe looks on this one. Everything else I think is fine. I think that they look nice from the sides, and the front view looks pretty good. All that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's a pretty clean, simple looking shoe, and not my favorite Jordan, but it's not a bad one. My favorite colorway though is actually an original colorway, and this is when they used to do like plus versions. So they used to have a Retro Plus model, which was like those white and metallic Air Jordan 5s that I had, and the Laney 5s. Those are Retro Plus colorways. The original Air Jordan 6 Olympic, it's not an original, but it was a retro. But it's the first time that colorway was introduced, and that was a Retro Plus model as well. And this is the Plus model for the Air Jordan 16. It's the cherry wood colorway. They also had another one called the ginger, which was supposed to be similar to like that chutney color on the 13s, but it didn't look anywhere near as nice. They used it on the 14 low as well, that white, ginger, and black, and I don't really like that at all. It looks kind of mustardy. and all that stuff. Although chutney looks kind of like, you know, runny poop, but that's not even the point. So, but yeah, I like the way that this one looks more. It's just a lot cleaner on the toe. It's still kind of funny because it's like squared down here, but it's just a lot cleaner look in my opinion. I don't like the way that the patent leather kind of brings out that squared box look versus the cleaner toe that the cherry ones have. So I love this colorway though. It's a very, very comfortable shoe. This one's more comfortable than these. These are from the Countdown pack. These are also what I'll be playing in because it's the more recent, or actually this is the only recent retro. The only retro version of the 16s. So, but yeah, they should retro these soon because these are a dope shoe. And if they do it this way with no patent leather on the toe, they have so many color options. It's ridiculous that they can use on this shoe. So, because this is another shoe where, you know, one good colorway is really all it takes, and the shoe will look beautiful just like this one here. But yeah, I like the gray on the upper. When I was in school, people used to reverse this because on the inside it's got that cherry color, right? And so people would reverse the shoe gaiter and they'd put it on. I'm just doing this real quick. But they would put it on and wear it like this. So it had that whole gradient upper in the cherry colorway, and I always thought that was cool too. But again, if I wear these with like the cover on it, the gaiter, I feel like I'm got some really, really fat feet, and I don't like the way that looks. But I just think this is dope though. It was real creative for the people that used to do it, and you still had the Jumpman logo on there and all that stuff. But yeah, as far as performance-wise goes, like this one was meant to be just like a lighter weight version of this here. So they took off the patent leather. It does take away a little bit of structure and a little bit of their durability because patent leather is extremely durable versus a full grain leather. But you know, it was meant for additional flex and all that stuff because anybody that's worn these knows that this part right here will push into your toes and it doesn't feel very good. And then they reduced the side panel materials, took off some extra weight, and then all of this inside here, this is like really reinforced, whereas this one here isn't. It's just like a very nice lightweight kind of mesh and very, very breathable. So I think MJ actually wore these. He wore these ones and the ginger ones on court. He might have worn the white and blue ones of these also. Back in his like Wizards days, I can't remember, but you know, but yeah, that's my favorite colorway is these guys here. I don't really have a story with these. I got these fairly recently, I think. I got these like last year. Got them over at Soul Supremacy for pretty good price. I think I paid like under 100 or something. I can't remember, but yeah, I absolutely love these though. I love this color with the gray. I think it looks great. And these are just okay. I just have these just because I guess I'm compulsive. So I think I got these over at Soul Supremacy too. But yeah, those are my Air Jordan 16s. This is my favorite colorway. The low top versions were cool because they had a little thing around here where it was a low, but then if you wanted to play ball in it, like it had this magnetic piece here that these guys have, and it had it right there on the collar. And if you wanted to play ball in them, you would lift the whole collar up and it would turn into a mid-top shoe, and it had additional eyelets there so you can lace them up a little bit more snug, and you can roll it down for casual use. So again, all of the versions had a on-court, off-court kind of aspect to them, which was pretty sweet. So at least it was sweet at the time. I know that a lot of people nowadays, they just are like, oh, if it looks good, you know, like the 13s and things like that, like if it looks good both on and off court, then they're down like with that model, whereas this one they just kind of gave you options. So but yeah guys, that's pretty much it. Thanks for listening to me ramble, and this is day 16. I'll be back tomorrow with day 17, and make sure to check out ID Soul Creator, Hess Kicks, and Jumpman Bossics videos. They've been doing the 23 Days of Jays as well, and Air Jordan XIV. So thank you guys for all your support. Thanks for watching, and until next time guys, have a good weekend.